Welcome everyone. Adam the Woo here. I've acquired mine. This is my friend Chris. Did you get a piping hot caffeinated beverage or a cold?
I didn't. I went cold. I went like Provost.
You went full. I hung out with Chris Provost yesterday. He drinks cold coffee. You drink cold coffee. Does everyone here in Utah drink cold coffee? Am I an outsider for drinking hot coffee?
You're the outsider.
Now we became friends years ago mostly because of filming locations. You had gone to some of the Dumb and Dumber locations. I kind of saw some of the stuff you put online, and then I went to the Dumb and Dumber locations. And today, meeting here for coffee, you have told me that there is another location from Dumb and Dumber that I don't think I've ever been to.
There is, just right up the road, about 10 minutes.
So we're gonna check that out. How long have you lived in the, I want to say greater Salt Lake area, but really you live in the Provo area, right?
I live in Orem. I've been here about 13 years. Moved here from Seattle.
I could tell you're wearing the Seattle jersey.
There you go M's.
I am wearing the Rays cap, Rays up. We didn't coordinate this.
No, we didn't.
Nonetheless, also Footloose was filmed around here.
Yep.
What else? Footloose,
There's
Dumb and
also a Sandlot filming location. I don't know if you covered that yet or not.
I covered Sandlot in great detail, but I don't know just tell me when we get there. Don't spoil it for me.
We'll do.
All right, I'm inviting you to join me and Chris, who is a cold coffee drinker. I'm team hot all the way.
Cold.
Shall we?
Welcome everybody. Welcome to today's video. Coming to you from Provo, Utah, at the T section of 2120 North and University Avenue. To start off today's video. Today's video will be a short video of a few filming locations. I've had the chance to visit a couple of these places a couple years ago with Adam the Woo, but I'll go ahead and share that video link down below in the description box. But I have actually never put it together in my channel because at the time I was not filming on YouTube anymore. And I know it's kind of hard to see behind all these trees, and it's kind of hard to hear me right now because I kind of lost my voice. And there's a lot of cars going by all of a sudden. But there's Allred Orchards on University Avenue here in Provo, Utah, a filming location for Dumb and Dumber. But you can only see it in the background. I'll go ahead and provide a picture here at this part to show you what it looks like then in the movie and from now. I will actually go ahead and provide a link to that specific post on my Instagram in the description box down below, so that way you have an idea of what to look for. And I'll go ahead and provide links to any other filming location we visit today down in the description box below. But there's a scene near the beginning of the movie where Lloyd Christmas is bringing Mary Swanson to the airport, which is actually in the Salt Lake City International Airport, which is about an hour north of here. The airport where they filmed that scene at, or at least that section of the airport, has since been demolished. It demolished about 5 years ago. And this building, during that scene with the limo, is actually seen through the limo window behind Mary Swanson's head. And you wouldn't be able to pick it out, but it was actually, you wouldn't be able to pick it out in the scene without being able to have a good eye for it. But is this side of the building you see. And I think that this tree was in the movie. I gotta look at it again, but that tree definitely makes it to where you can't really see a good angle of that building from over here at all. But we are gonna go ahead and go back in this direction and go back to where you can actually see the building from the angle that you can see that is presented in the movie. So I want to say it was from about this angle. That way you can actually see the building. But obviously the trees are overgrowing it. It looks like the lampposts are the same lampposts that would be seen in the movie. And it's weird to think that movie was released 30 years ago this year. It's kind of crazy how that is. Anyways, let's move on to the next location. Okay, about a mile or two up the road, on the Freedom Boulevard, you go to Del Rex Hall, United States Army Reserve Center. And you can see this building in the background of the same scene as Harry and Mary going to the airport. And I know it's kind of hard to pick out in the screenshot here. But you can see where there's a little power box right by Lloyd's head. It would have been right over there. Right about right there. can definitely see the windows in the background. That's not really anything that anybody really brings up in their Dumb and Dumber videos. I don't even know how I figured that out. No, I figured that out through my friend Jacob Barlow. His website, you can find jacobbarlow.com, full of information about that. We have now gone a few miles up the road into Orem, Utah, at the corner, at the intersection of, right here, of Technology Way and Technology Avenue. We come to our third and final Dumb and Dumber filming location that I want to show. And I know it doesn't really look very recognizable, but this is the hill where Harry launched the Shaggin' Wagon into the air at the very beginning of the movie. Coming in from this way. Now this is also a location that I visited when I was with Adam DeWoo a few years ago. Right over to this location, we covered quite a few filming locations. 2 out of the 3 Dumb and Dumber filming locations we visited today. Plus, we also went to Footloose, Church, Sandlot Carnival scene. But this right here, this is where Harry's Shaggin' Wagon launched into the air. Right here. Now I know from this angle, it doesn't really look like he would have gotten much air. This car right here is probably going about 25-30 miles per hour. And you can see we barely got any air. So, what I think they did is they went down the hill and they put a little ramp to make it look like he was actually jumping up the hill or jumping up and getting some air. But with the camera, if I go back a little bit, I know in the movie you can't really see any of these mountains or much of the trees or houses, but these trees were a lot smaller back in the day. But anyways, like I was saying, I think what they did is they launched the Shaggin' Wagon up at the ramp and they got it down from this angle, or roughly this angle, and make it look like the hill was a lot bigger than it really is. But yeah, as you can see, it's not really that big of a hill. But I don't know. Maybe they came a little farther down the road here, going in this direction, to get more of the illusion of it being able to get more air. Anyways, I will go ahead and provide a screenshot of that scene right here, and I actually got that scene on my Instagram, and I'll go ahead and I'll share the link to that specific post down in the description box down below, just so that way you can see it. Speaking of which, that will be the end of today's video. So don't forget to go down to the description box down below and check out the links to my TikTok, to my Instagram, and also the 2 links to the specific posts for the Dumb and Dumber filming locations that we talked about today. And don't forget to check out Adam DeWoo's video from when him and I were here in the area a couple of summers ago. And I'll provide that in the link down below too. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll talk later. Bonus footage. I also just kind of wanted to mention, I'm pretty sure that these buildings over here and some of the buildings that are over here, I'm pretty sure that they were here during the filming of that scene in Dumb and Dumber. Whereas, I think this little structure right here, the pathway, the parking lot, and some of these other, like the pathway right here, I think that's all new since the movie's been filmed. But I know like the buildings, that's part of the Utah Valley University Culinary School. The new buildings over here, that's all new technology campuses. And I think all the houses, all those houses were here when the movie was filmed. It's Mount Timpanogos up there. But I think other than the pathway and this structure and the new structures over there, I think those are the only, and then obviously the trees getting bigger. I think those are the only things that are new to this area that were not there when the movie was filmed.
Hey everybody watching has to subscribe. Subscribing is cool. Thanks.